on. Hi, it's me, Mr. Yates. Sorry, I'm a bit late, aren't I? I'm frozen as well. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm a bit late. I was in a meeting, and it was fun, and it started at 11, so hence why I'm a bit delayed. And it comes bearing some news to tell you. This is going to be the last live stream from me for for this for this lockdown time. So I apologise, but you'll be no longer getting live streams from me. And what we're doing today really isn't going now. It's not really that going to help you that much, but it will make things. It'll be good. It'll be good. It's a good lesson. Now you enjoy it. But we were meant to be looking at Blood Brothers this term if we were in school. However, that's now changed slightly. So apologies. We'll do what we can. But we'll carry on with it today. We'll still start it off. We're not going to actually start the text proper. But this is what we're going to do. Oh, please don't send me sad faces and those and like. Oh, sorry. Just doing what I have to do. No, I'm sorry. I can't tell you. Yeah. Next week's looking slightly different. There's a Facebook post on the school Facebook thing. I'm sure it's on the website as well. That will update you, and there's going to be emails and letters sent home to understand. If you're really upset about it, send emails to people who are more important than me. They may wish to change it. That's all I can say. Anyway, moving on. That's what I want. So we are starting looking today at the context of Blood Brothers, which is going to be good because we're not going to learn it anymore apart from today. But we'll carry on with it. So date, title, questions need answering. Timer will appear there. Oh, that's my little notes from my meeting. You don't want to look at the notes. I'll get me in trouble. There we go. 5 minutes. Your time starts now. There you go. Boom. Right. Let's go back to the chat. There'll be no lessons from me, is all I can say. Yeah, there's gonna be no more live lessons from me. You'll be getting English work. It'll be a combination of language and literature, I believe. Okay, and there should be a timetable that's appeared somewhere in terms of what you need to do which day. I mean, I could look for it right now, but I don't know if I'm meant to tell you or not. So I apologise, but let's just make the most of this fun stream, this last one, as much as we can. As much as we can, we'll carry on. Yeah, it is upsetting. It's sad. I'm sorry. I can see all the views right now, and I'm like, I feel so bad. There will be lessons, but no live lessons. You will be given work to complete, but it won't be live lessons anymore. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It will be. I don't know who is, but it's not me. I don't know. I am sorry. I do feel bad. I do enjoy this, but I do what I'm told. Anyway, we got 3 minutes left of this. Oh wow, so many house points going out in this lesson. So many of you tuned in. It's amazing. Right, award multiple. People whose names I've seen pop up. That person, that person, that person. That person. That person, that person. That person I know is watching. That person is going to be watching. That person will be, and that person will be. I've got loads of people house points already. Answering the questions on the screen. God. Answering the questions on the screen. If I had an option to carry on, obviously I would carry on. But I don't. I won't have the time. I'm sorry. You can type it up if you want. You don't actually have to write it down if necessarily. I'm about to write that. So yeah, you'll have a new timetable. Should be a letter emailed out to parents. I'm sure it's going to be on the school website. That will make things easier for you. Easier for you. We will go through the answers, but just not right now, because I'm giving you time to answer them yourselves. Oh, this, by the way, just because it's last live stream, this has got a really funny video at the end. Not funny, but it's got a really cool video at the end that has me in it, is what I'm saying. So we need to crack on and get through it. Oh, I don't know why I put the video in. I may regret it. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe I'll get cut off again. Who knows? One more minute. One more minute. I really like Blood Brothers as well, so it's a real shame that we're not going to do it. I get why, don't get me wrong, I understand completely why we're not going to do it, but it is a lovely play, it's an amazing play. I was going to get a version performed remotely for you, but not to worry. 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but well done, you made it, whoever that was. I'll find a way. I thought of this, I'll think of something cool. Right, time's up. Time is up. That is the bell indicating the fact that time is up. So, number 1, true or false? Last term we explored 19th century ghost stories. It's pre-19th century ghost stories. That is true. Okay, we did explore 19th century ghost stories. Who wrote The Raven? It was Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe. What is juxtaposition? Number 3 is a contrast between two things. It's two contrasting ideas. Think of antithesis, oxymoron. That'd be an example of juxtaposition. What is a protagonist? A protagonist is a main character or the main character of a text, of a play, of a thing. Protagonist, main character. Number 5, what is narrative perspective? It is the point of view in which something is written. It's the point of view in which something is presented. So you can have a first-person narrative perspective. You can have a second-person narrative perspective. Third-person narrative perspective. Okay, so it's the point of view in which something is written. You can have an omniscient perspective as well, which is pretty cool. Number... Sorry, I was looking... Because it's the last live stream, I think you should tell us which one was your partner. Who? Yes, no. Number... Where am I? Number 6. Where in the UK is Liverpool? Liverpool is in the northwest. Don't know why I nearly forgot that. Northwest. Liverpool's in northwest. Up north. Up to north. You all talk like that in Liverpool, don't they? The Scousers. You all talk like this. Number 7. What is an adjective? It is a describing word. It describes the noun. I don't know why I nearly forgot that. Describes the noun. Number 8. What is a Scouser? It's somebody who speaks Scouse, as someone rightly said, but it's somebody who is from Liverpool. Number 9. What is a preposition? It is a word that describes the location of something. The dog was in the cage. The cat was on the table. The pen was on the floor. Number 10. What is a stanza? It's like a verse in a poem or a paragraph in a poem. Okay, so it's like a verse or a paragraph in a poem. There we go. Oh, back to this one. Why is it not changing? There we go. Too far. Back. There. So, don't know why I panicked so much then. Today, we'll be looking at the context of Blood Brothers. Oh, let me know what you got. Well done for getting 11. If you literally just came in here so you can make you a joke about getting 11 out of 10 again. If you did, well done. Yeah, so to be able to... I'm getting hollered. To be able to understand the context of Blood Brothers. To be able to... So, on target is to be able to understand the context of Blood Brothers. Above target is to be able to understand the social and political influences of Blood Brothers. So big picture of today's lesson. Today's lesson we're going to explore the influences of Blood Brothers. Vocab focus. Thatcherism, epic theatre, Liverpool, class, and superstition. I'm just seeing your things come through well. But everyone, of course, got 10 out of 10. Well done. So those are the themes we're going to kind of explore today. So, of course it is. What could Blood Brothers be about? I'm going to give you like 1 minute to decide what you think this could be about. 1 minute. What could Blood Brothers be about? There's a picture there. Okay, think about what you know about being Blood Brothers. Let me know. And there we go. Sorry, I'm just writing a message to Miss Lamas. Right, there we go. Yeah. So, what could it be about? Let's have a look. Two people. No, it's not about Wales. Interesting. So, the sort of idea about the cut in the hand and showing each other's bloods, like some sort of thing to do with that. Great idea. You're on the right lines. Well done. Unfortunately, we never find out because this is the only lesson we're ever going to do on it. Moving on. This is great. So I thought first of all we'd cover a little bit about the playwright who wrote Blood Brothers. So Willie Russell. Yes, we can have a good laugh about his name. Willie Russell was born in Liverpool in 1947. He became a hairdresser on leaving school, then undertook a variety of jobs, also writing songs which are performed in local folk clubs. He also wrote songs and sketches for local radio programmes. At 20 years of age, he returned to college and became a teacher in Toxteth, after which he began to become interested in writing drama. Willie Russell wrote the play in 1981 for the school's tour in Liverpool by Merseyside Young People's Theatre. So that's a little bit of background, tiny bit, not a lot, of background about Willie Russell and why he wrote Blood Brothers and the way that that's been presented. Lovely. What have I got next? I don't know what I've got next. I think this is excitement. Ah, there we go. So this is the moment where I've embedded a video. So this is the moment where potentially I could be disappearing, but it's for educational purposes. So hopefully it will stay on. But what can we learn about Liverpool from this travel guide, which is not opening? Let's find out what we can learn about this, about Liverpool from this opening, which isn't opening. From this video. It's good fun, isn't it? Play. I mean, I don't want to go crazy and open like 1,000 of them. Oh, we did a little loading step. There we go. So, what can we learn from this video? I love this video. Sounds really sad. But it reminds me of my time from when I was in Liverpool. So I will turn my microphone off and make my face.
Liverpool rises from the coastal plains of West Lancashire, where the River Mersey meets the Irish Sea. Whether it be the winds of trade, war, or travel, the city's fortunes have been tied to the ocean for over 800 years. In the
There we go. Right, we're back. Sorry, it went. I think it's because the bunker's getting flooded. We'll carry on.
Right in the heart of Liverpool, by the banks of the city's beloved River Mersey, is Pier Head. Wander across this floating pier, where the excitement and teary farewells of transatlantic steamship passengers once filled the air. Just behind Pier Head rises the city's crown, the Three Graces. Named after the Greek goddesses of charm, beauty and creativity, these three buildings stand as a testament to both Liverpool's former trading might and the city's eternal love of beauty. One of the best views of the Three Graces is from the Museum of Liverpool, which traces the ways that maritime trade, music and sport has shaped the city. From Pier Head, a great way to explore Liverpool's waterfront is aboard an iconic Mersey ferry, the riverboats which inspired the famous song. Take a River Explorer cruise and hop off at various attractions along the way, such as the U-boat story. In 1993, the German submarine U-534 was raised from the bottom of the North Sea by treasure hunters. Although no Nazi gold was found, the submarine was remarkably well preserved. Today, the U-boat serves as a fascinating window into the men and machines which wrought havoc on Allied shipping during World War II. Just upriver from Pier Head is the city's former engine room, the Albert Docks. Once packed with goods such as ivory, tea and tobacco, today the docks are the storehouses of many of the city's historic and cultural treasures. At the Merseyside Maritime Museum, explore Liverpool's ocean-going past, from the ages of sail to titanic stories of loss and sacrifice.
There, yeah, I'm back. Right, let's go. Carry on.
When the UK's premier art institution, the Tate, searched for a northern home to exhibit works from its national collection, the perfect home was found here, by the Mersey. Just across the dock, climb aboard another submarine and immerse yourself in the sights and sounds of the Fab Four, at the Beatles story. More than just the city's finest cultural export, the Beatles were Liverpool's gift to the world. Admire memorabilia that has acquired an almost sacred status, such as John Lennon's spectacles and George Harrison's first guitar. A few blocks away, continue your magical mystery tour down the stairs at 10 Matthew Street. In the early 60s, the Beatles performed at the Cavern Club almost 300 times, and along with the bands such as the Rolling Stones, The Who and the Kinks, helped make this tiny stage the centre of the musical universe. But to discover the true place of the Beatles, take a trip to the leafy Liverpool suburbs. Set in the basement of a quiet suburban house, the Casbah Coffee Club ran for just 3 short years before being locked up for decades. Today, you can tour this incredible time capsule to see murals painted by the band and hear from those who were there to witness the explosion of Beatlemania. Step even further back into Beatles history at St. Peter's, the church where John Lennon and Paul McCartney first met. In the graveyard, where the two sunbathed as teenagers, lays the gravestone of Eleanor Rigby, the subject of one of the Beatles' most famous and haunting songs. Liverpool is filled with magnificent houses of worship. In 1903, a 22-year-old student of architecture won a competition to design the city's new Anglican cathedral. His only previous design credit was a pipe stand. The judges stood by their decision, and 75 years later, their faith was rewarded with the completion of one of the world's most glorious cathedrals. Not to be outdone, the city's Catholic community unveiled their own rather controversial cathedral in the mid-1960s. Today, the Liverpool Metropolitan Cathedral, sometimes referred to as Paddy's Wigwam, stands as a testament to the daring spirit of the 60s. But if there are two places just as sacred to Liverpoolians as their cathedrals, it's the city's football grounds. Both Liverpool and Everton football clubs have made Liverpool England's most successful footballing city. At Anfield Road Stadium, stand before the statue of the Liverpool manager who uttered the immortal words, "Football is not a matter of life or death. It's far, far more important than that." Liverpool is a city where elegance awaits every turn. Visit the gardens of national importance, like Sefton Park, and stop by the bandstand that inspired the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's album. Explore the lavish interiors of stately homes like Croxteth Hall and Sudley House. At the Walker Art Gallery, stand before artistic treasures that span the great ages of humankind. Not content to ride the waves of history, Liverpool has forever looked to new horizons, and right across the city you'll see daring architecture charting a course to tomorrow. Liverpool may no longer be England's gateway to the world, yet each day here is a voyage into a spectacular past and a bright, bold future.
Oh, thank you. Right, Expedia sponsors. Sponsor, imagine. Cool. No, right, come on, do what I'm telling you. There, right, there we go. Right, where's my face gone? Where's my face? Where is my face? Oh no, my face, is there. There we go. So, here we go. List 3 things you learnt about Liverpool. Why is Liverpool important in this country's history? And does this video make you want to visit Liverpool? There you go. 3 minutes. Isn't it that long to answer those questions? Time starts now. I mean, I love Liverpool. Thank you for that comment about how great that video was. And thank you for the photos you sent me of me with Snapchat filters on my face. I really, really enjoyed that. I love Liverpool. I do. They call themselves the centre of the universe. Like, how big up yourselves you have to be to say you're the centre of the universe. I mean, even us Cornish aren't, you know, that committed to how amazing we are. I mean, we are amazing, but I do love Liverpool. I miss Liverpool a little bit. I'm going to miss these streams more than anything. I mean, it'll be right. It'll be fine. You'll cope without me. Two more minutes. I like Liverpool. I don't mind if you obviously have an opinion about Liverpool, but I'm not talking about the football club. I'm talking about the city. Okay, let's just get that clear. It's about the city, not the football club. I do like the football club, but we're on about the city here. Liverpool, the city. I have some very good friends up in Liverpool. About 1 minute left. This is modern day Liverpool. Modern day Liverpool. Yes, I did get your email. Like I said, I like the one with my face lock, and the other one with the Snapchat filter. I thought it was very clever of you. Well done. 1 minute. One more minute. Well, less than a minute now. I think. Less than a minute. Make sure you've underlined your dating title. I had an argument with my year 8s earlier, and I knew they hadn't underlined their dating title, and they're like, "How did you know?" I can sense it. I can sense. About 10 seconds left. There we go. So I'm good. I'm getting good at predicting the title. I don't know why it counts. It doesn't matter anymore, does it? So let's do things you learned about Liverpool. Think about maybe their history. You can have the fact that the Beatles are originally from there. The fact about Albert Docks being the central hub. You could have the culture, the Yellow Submarine, the history of slavery, where it is it was just up the northwest. Okay, maybe you learnt where it is geographically. Why is Liverpool important in this country's history? Okay, so think about the music it shaped, our musical influences. It shaped in terms of slaves and like resistance against that. Obviously, football is a massive part of Liverpool and therefore a massive part of the country. Yeah, and does it make you want to visit Liverpool? And why? Obviously, only you know your answers. It makes me want to go back to Liverpool and visit some good friends and have an explore around and swim up the Mersey, as they do in Liverpool. So, again, another video clip because I'm all about video clips today for some reason. This is a famous video clip. Some of you may have seen it before. You may have been shown it before in other lessons. I mean, it is meant to be funny and it's a bit dated in terms of humour, but in terms of like actually demonstrating the point, it does it very well. So that's why I'm going to. Oh no. Right, that's not appropriate, assembly. Thank you very much. So, in terms of this, we're going to watch that now. Oh, I need to make my face disappear, though. Oh, I need to get rid of the visualizer as well. And my face. There we go. Ah!
I look down on him because I am upper class.
I look up to him because he is upper class. But I look down on him because he is lower class. I am middle class. I know my place. I look up to them both. But I don't look up to him as much as I look up to him. Because he has got innate breeding.
I have got innate breeding, but I have not got any money. So sometimes I look up to him.
I still look up to him, because although I have money, I am vulgar. But I'm not as vulgar as him, so I still look down on him. I know my place. I look up to them both. But while I am poor, I am industrious, honest, and trustworthy. Had I the inclination, I could look down on them. But I don't.
We all know our place, but what do we get out of it?
I get a feeling of superiority over them.
I get a feeling of inferiority from him, but a feeling of superiority over him. I get a pain in the back of my neck.
So, that is that video done. My face will reappear in a moment. We've already watched that. So, here we go. I need to get my face to reappear. So, that one. There we go. So, this play, Blood Brothers, is a play. Learned something. Deals with class. The two twins in the play are raised by two different families. One family are middle class, and the other are lower class. Sorry. This play explores a different upbringing in class and how it can change the outcome of someone's life. Russell hoped to shine a light on what happens in an unequal society that does not offer people equal chances in life. Next. Oh, I missed the button. Next. There we go. So, can't have a lesson without some questions. So, how could being from a lower class background change your outcomes in life? Do you think having a higher class upbringing in 1980s meant that you had a better chance in life, and why? And do you think the class divide still exists in society today? And as a challenge question for those who are really on it to answer. 5 minutes. Time starts now. Like Romeo and Juliet, then two people from different worlds want to be friends, but their relationship is frowned upon. All plays basically just Romeo and Juliet. I want crisps. It's a good point actually. There is a basis to that because obviously Shakespeare didn't come up to for the original concept of Romeo and Juliet. He stole it from someone else, Romulus and Romulus and Juliettus, I think something like that. That he stole the story from. So obviously Romeo and Juliet stole that story, and now people are trying to steal the story of Romeo and Juliet. These two are brothers. Okay, so it's slightly different. Okay, these two are twin brothers and they're separated at birth. One goes off to live with a middle class family. One stays at home in the lower class family. But you could guess that when they meet up, they don't really hate each other, so it's slightly different. But I guess dealing with relationships and love is sort of the basis of all theatre. So the fact that most things go back to Romeo and Juliet is probably not coincidental. It's like what is it like? It's like the new TV series Noughts and Crosses, which is based on a play, which is based on a book. So Noughts and Crosses is the author openly admits that she ripped that off from Romeo and Juliet, but obviously it deals with the race divide as well. So there's quite a few plays that fall back into dealing with Romeo and Juliet, and quite a few stories. But I guess it's just an age-old, proven thing to work, isn't it? No. So as we will read, as we would have read, the story of Blood Brothers, but we're not going to now. Unfortunately, it's online for you to access if you ever want to access it and do your own reading of it and watch the play. It's quite a good play. So yeah, do that in your own time and you'll find out the true story. It's a great story. You just won't get my commentary and my lovely dulcet tones. It's a musical as well. And I was going to sing along for you, but you're not going to get that anymore, unfortunately. You're not going to get my lovely singing. It's a shame, though, isn't it? Um, 1 minute left. 1 minutos. 1 minute. No, I'm not gonna sing. I would have done, but you know, no more live streams. Actually, you say that. There's a very good video at the end of this, which could answer some of your wantings. Your wantings? That was a weird word. Your desires is even weirder. Your requests. That's the word. Requests. I'd love to hear some of your answers for this. Be great. So how could being from a lower class background change your outcomes in life? Do you think having a higher class upbringing in the 1980s meant you had a better chance in life, and why? Do you think the class divide still exists in society today, and what could be done to reduce the gap between the classes? We've got about 10 seconds left. Nice use of alliteration there for definitely desires. write all your work in German. Don't write your work in German and Spanish. I won't understand it. That was a silly question. Oh, I see. Right. Okay, time is... It's very keen that time, wasn't it? Time is up for that. So, how could being from a lower class background change your outcomes in life? I guess that in some societies, that if you think about in other countries possibly, if you have less money, then you're less likely to go to university abroad because you can't afford to go to university abroad. So you went to go to that. Obviously, in this country, we still have the loan system, so please don't think, oh, I'm not rich enough to go to uni. No, it's a myth. But private education. Okay, so you may be able to afford private education and privately educated, and statistics would suggest that if you're privately educated, there's a more chance of you progressing further into going to higher earning jobs. But in terms of intelligence, there's no reason if you're from lower class that you can't achieve anything that a higher class person can do. You've got the ambition, you can do it, okay? Bit of a message there, wasn't there? It's a bit inspirational, that. I don't know where that came from. Is my mic on? Yeah. Right, okay, I don't know why we're posting Fs. I can ban you from the chat, it'd be great. Do you think having a higher class upbringing in the 1980s meant that you had a better chance in life? And why? Probably yes, because you can access better education, you can access better food, better supplies, better healthcare, things like that. Do you think class divides still exist in today's society? That's for you to decide, not me. And what could be done to reduce the gap between the classes in the 1980s or now? That's for you to decide, not for me, because I'll get in trouble if I give that opinion. Moving on. So, we're going to move on to this, which I need to do a disclaimer. There we go. This sometimes angers people, and it sometimes excites people. So just to make it clear, I will not be giving any political inclination during this, but this is based on facts, okay? I missed what that message was. Yeah, so this is based on facts, okay? So please don't turn around and say, oh, sir, it's biased and stuff like that. I'm not. This is based on facts and it's relevant to the play. So, Thatcherism. Thatcherism is a belief that people should stand on their own 2 feet, look after themselves rather than being dependent on the state and on welfare. The name for this originates from former Conservative Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. She believed that making unemployment benefits... Where am I to? Unemployment benefits... I've lost my place. More difficult to claim, freezing child benefit, decreased in real terms by 21% between 1979 and 1990. This was also accompanied by privatisation of national industries, which grew unemployment in the manufacturing industries. Unemployment rose to 3 million in January 1983, and this was not evenly distributed across the UK. The Northwest was particularly hit hard, and there's a quote there, the problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. Discuss, take what you need from that. Okay, so the basis of this play, which I'm hoping it goes through on the next slide. Yeah, the basis of this this play is about how Thatcherism influenced Liverpool during the 1980s and the implications and effects of what it could be. So, there we go. In one sentence, sum up what you think Thatcherism is. In one sentence, sum up what you think Thatcherism is. Not what you think it is, what Thatcherism is. It's a fact what Thatcherism is. There you go. 2 minutes or so. 2 minutes. No, I don't want that one. I want that one. Do I dare look at what your answers are going to be for this? Or do I dare look at the chat? Right, come on. What? Oh, we're really close, actually, to what? We're actually quite close to the end. I don't know how I managed to get through this lesson so quick. Oh, I get... well, yeah. Right, let's brave it. So, Thatcherism. What is Thatcherism? Write up what you think it is in one sentence. What you think it is. Not what you think it is, what Thatcherism is. Make sure I ain't got any messages. Okay, less than a minute. Less than 1 minute. About 10 seconds. Oh, email. Right, let's have a look at that. Right, lovely. So that is time up. So sum up what you think Thatcherism is in one sentence. Send it in the chat. Go on, let's do that. Send it in the chat. What is Thatcherism? One sentence. Send what you've written in the chat. This is going to be interesting. In the chat, what is Thatcherism? Oh, my leg clicked then. A bit painful, that. There we go. Can't wait for this. One sentence. Sum up what you think Thatcherism is. Why am I getting sent stories? This isn't the story. This isn't a story one. You just sent me. Yeah, right. You sent me the story of Pinocchio. I know this. Not Pinocchio. Story of Shrek. Right. Don't want the story of Shrek. I want a sentence of what you think Thatcherism is. I love how everyone suddenly goes silent in the chat. It's like, no one typing anything. No one saying it. What is Thatcherism? Who is Thatcher? Isn't she a Simpson? No. She is not a Simpson. She's the former Conservative Prime Minister, as I went through a minute ago. So what is Thatcherism? I'm just going to wait here, patiently, quietly, staring. For someone to write something that's relevant about what Thatcherism is. And when you get to Mr. There we go. Thatcherism is the belief that someone shouldn't depend on the government and benefits, but rather find an occupation and support themselves. Very good. Well done. That is a relevant comment. Give yourself a nice smiley face on your work in pink pen, obviously. Not obviously, but you know. So, I'll take that. That sounds like a win to me. Next, everyone's going to send it now. Once I go next, and that delay. So, obviously, I keep saying obviously in the most weirdest places. Thank you for writing it in German. Thank you for writing it in German. I'm not going to read it though. Funny though, ironic that we're moving on to German playwright and practitioner. I love this playwright and practitioner. I think he doesn't look anything like me. He's great. I love acting in his style. Epic theatre. German theatre practitioner Bertolt Brecht looked for a theatre that would make people think, a style of theatre that he named epic theatre, and he used a variety of theatrical techniques to remind the audience they were not watching real life. This would be done by breaking the fourth wall and interacting with the audience. The style is evident throughout Blood Brothers. Okay, so Bertolt Brecht is a famous theatre practitioner. He's known for epic theatre, or otherwise known as political theatre, and Brechtian theatre. As a theatre nut, I do love a good bit of Brechtian theatre and epic theatre. This is the last thing I'm going to show you today, and I'm not going to show you much because it's not age appropriate. Here we go. Look, you're all starting having a political argument in the chat. Lovely. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. So we're just going to finish off this lesson with, because I thought I was going to start really late today, with a video. A video of a performance performed in the style of epic theatre. It is not Blood Brothers, okay? It's in the style of Brecht and epic theatre. It has some key things I've discussed about Brechtian theatre. It has political stuff. It makes you think. It breaks the fourth wall. It's got music in. See if you can spot those things, and a dashing young bloke in it who has quite a cool role to play. Right, let's just make sure. Right, so hang on. I'm getting emails, and they're very important. Do I really want to open this? Right, thank you. Thank you for your portrait. So, here we go. Here we go. That one. I'll get rid of my face because you'll see that in a minute. Yeah, this is part of a show that I helped compose and helped write. Hope you enjoy part of it. I'm not showing all of it. I'll show 3 minutes of it. That's all I've got. That's all I've got the rights to.
Hello. How are you? What brings you in today? Hey, yes. I hope you enjoy it anyway.
Don't know why it's been weird, sorry.
What brings you in today? Hey, yes. I hope you enjoy it anyway. Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, good. Today? How much is, oh yes, we're going to have a lot, you see. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Hello everybody, and welcome to this.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and 112 gender options in between, to the National Health Circus. 21 minutes and 23 seconds. We're going to loosely entertain and moderately amuse you with our attempts at music, magic, and circus skills. So, if you'd all like to sit there patiently, the doctor will be with you very shortly. Thank you.
Sorry, it cut out. I'm sure we're resuming back to normal service now.
For hours, unlimited beds, and we don't get time to shower. Understaffed, that we still have to smile, seeming as our managers are all in denial. Corridors are full, that's patients sleep on walls, and loads of doctors are going back and forth. So here's the show to get us through as we try to save the NHS from doom. Jeremy's put us in a sticky situation. We hope you understand that we have limitations. Underfunded, stuck on black alert. Burnt out staff, and stop it! Stop now!
Right. There we go. Oh, is it all frozen? Did it not work properly? That's really frustrating. There we go. Can you see me now? Woo! So that was some dashing bloke called Mr. Yates performing back in the day of dinosaurs. And apologies you couldn't see it. There's loads of things about Brechtian theatre in that short introduction. Okay, there was a bit about music, breaking the fourth wall, interaction with the audience. Hopefully you got to see it. Can you see me now? Hopefully you can see me like that. Yeah, it's a really good show. I enjoyed doing the show back in the day. Yeah, that is the end of the lesson. I just wanted to highlight some key features of what was I going to highlight? Key features of epic theatre. This is it. This is the end of the live stream. This is the end of the live stream. Yeah, last one we're going to do in lockdown. I'm sorry that that's the case. Yeah, things have changed slightly next week. You'll be getting set less work, so you won't get me yapping on at you in this. This should be on my face now. It is on my face, isn't it? It is on my face. Is it on my face? There we go. Yeah, on my face. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. I hope that. Obviously, it's really strange. This has been our last lesson when I've just started a topic with you. Sorry. It is the way it is, unfortunately. Next week you'll be getting set work. I don't know what days you'll be having English. Let me check. I'm sure I can tell you if I can. Well, it'd be stupid if you got it next week and you can tell. So you have English next week on a Monday and a Thursday. Okay. So you have English on a Monday and a Thursday. Right, just to finish off with answering your questions in the chat. So sings, yes, I did for that. I'm not very good at singing, that's the truth. I wrote the songs, so that's why I got away with it. Because I could pretend that I could decently do it. No, I'm not. Yeah, right. Okay. I feel like you're watching this on a massive delay right now. You can watch back at a later date. Maybe one day I will upload more of it. Fortunately, like I said, I can't watch too much. There's too much swearing in it. I can't really remember where it is. If you speak another language as well, you'll be able to understand the swear words. And I got told off for showing it to last year. I got told off for showing it to Year 8 class. So better be very careful. Was it Year 7? Maybe even Year 7. And they're like, you do realise other people speak that language. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, apologies for that. But there's loads of good things in that. So yeah, this is the end of the stream. See you in 10 months. Yeah, you're not going to see me in 10 months though, and that's another thing. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks. I know your lesson ends at 1:15. Stop being leaks and interrupting me in Jake's a cappella session. No one cares that Sarah looks weird in a weird costume. You've ruined my day by being boring teachers. Okay, thank you. Right. Okay. Right. Anyway. No, I'm not a pro gamer, part-time air traffic controller. Right, I'm going to end now because this is no point. You've had a shorter lesson today. Thanks for tuning in. This is the last one. You may be happy about that. You may be sad about that. Maybe one day we'll do this again. Maybe you would all revolt and be like, no, we want Mr. Yates' live streams back. That'd be really sad if you did that. I'll see what I can. No, I can't. Right. That could be. Stop talking. Right. Thank you for tuning in. That is the end of the lesson. Make sure you wash your hands. Don't go outside. Keep to government guidelines at all times. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Reading your messages at the same time. See you guys. Adios.